I ran an auto repair and machine shop. We're an independent shop. There are not that many people my age doing that kind of work, striking out. There's a lot of gray hair in my industry, the way there is in yours. And I got a 3.5-year-old son. And we read, you guys know Richard Scarry's books, The Busy, Busy World. There are all these different cars. And so somebody said once that if your job description isn't like done by a raccoon or a badger in the busy world, you're stealing from the economy. The plumbers, the electricians, the pipe fitters, the people building roads and making things that last. And I think that's pretty much true. One of the things that I love about fixing cars is that you can't bullshit whether the car runs, right? Either it does or it doesn't. And you can't, you can, they call that a stochastic art, an art that it's married to the outside world. It's married to reality in a way. You can write an essay all day long about whether or not it runs or it doesn't, but at the end of the day, it proves itself, right? You can't make that up. And that's the reality of what makes our world work, of how we want to be measured, not by how convincing or conniving we are, but the skill and the wrought material of what we do with our precious life, things that get life. And that is our national strength, being married to an understanding of our work in that way. We are a nation of makers and doers and fixers. And I hear a lot of talk today about the American consumer. And it's like, who the hell asked you to defend our identity as consumers? We are people who make things, who do things. We are not just consumers. And that reality to things that last. My washing machine is from 1997. My stove is from 1954. I've never bought a new car in my life. That's the kind of way that you build wealth in the middle class, building things that last, that are worth having in life. I think we've kind of gotten conned into asking this question of what can I get, but the question is, what's worth having? At the end of the day, what is worth having? Time with your kids. You know how many families are working 3 jobs right now? What does that do to Little League? What does that do to the school library when you got to work 3 jobs to raise a family in this country? We want time with our families. We want things that last. We want pride and dignity in our work, and we want respect at the negotiating table.